What is up, guys? I am back, and you didn't think I was going to do this, did you? No, you didn't, but I am. Uh, gig- um, so yeah, Borderlands 2. Let's speed up a little bit here. Um, oh God, I look terrible. I haven't taken a shower yet today, and I have a bad head. And oh God, my hair looks twice as greasy as it is. That's what wax gets you. But yeah. So I played Borderlands 2 a pretty decent bit. I beat it. I had like 35 hours on it, and so I feel I'm qualified to do this review. It's a little bit late, but I figured I'd do it anyway. Um, I beat it a while ago. I just haven't gotten around to doing this. Um, so I'm going to go pros and cons, and then I'm going to give it a rating. And yeah. So start off with pros. They improved on a lot of stuff. They put in a nice storyline, which they really needed to do. Um, they made everything just a lot smoother in general. And stop, cat. And real quick, let me touch on the storyline thing. Anybody who played Borderlands 1 knows that there was basically no fucking storyline. Um, it was a really fun game. It was addictive and all that, but there's no storyline. I don't really like it when a game doesn't have a storyline. Um, so in this one, they definitely improved on that. They put in a good storyline. They, you know, let you know the characters. They kind of touched on a whole bunch of stuff and caught up from what actually went on in Borderlands 1. I'm going to keep spoilers out of this, but yeah, so they did add a nice storyline, and I think you guys are going to enjoy that. Now, let me touch on the smooth aspect of things. And this could be the difference between me playing on Xbox for the original. I did play some on PC too, but mainly Xbox, and only PC on Borderlands 2. It's a lot smoother. I don't really know how to explain it, but everything's just fluent. It looks better, and I'll touch on that in a minute as well. It's just, all in all, very smooth. Um, I don't really know how to explain that, because Borderlands 1 wasn't an unsmooth game, but there are certain aspects of it that they improved on. So that's that. Now looks. The color palette is almost completely different than Borderlands 2. They still have the sort of deserty vibe in a couple places, but they added so much color. There's a bunch of lush environments. There's environments that are, you know, like volcanic, snow, all kinds of shit. And they really improved on the color palette. And if you have, like max graphic settings on PC, I mean, like even when you shoot elemental weapons, like say you have a corrosive gun, you can shoot the ground, and if it's on a hill, you can sit there and watch the corrosive goo just kind of slide down the hill. It just looks good. It looks good. It looks smooth. It's all around good in that aspect. Another thing that they improved upon is the actual immersive aspect of the game. You can jump into other players at any point with other players at any point in the storyline and just go right at it. They added vehicles where you can fit your whole party. You don't have to get two vehicles. You can fit them all in one. You can if you want. They still have the original runner from Borderlands, but they added some new vehicles, and yeah, that's always nice. And another thing they improved on is balancing out the characters. In Borderlands 1, let's see, the sniper's ability was essentially useless. The siren's ability was okay, but really just for sticky situations. The soldier had a decent ability, and the berserker's ability was, I mean, at higher levels, to me anyways, it was just kind of pointless since your guns can do a shitload of damage as well. Um, and all in all in that game, the soldier and the siren just were miles ahead of sniper and berserker, or whatever the fuck it's called. Brick, we'll call him that because that's his name. Uh, Siren especially. I mean, if you had a, like a Hellfire SMG with the Siren, just completely spec'd out for that, you could just run around fucking demolishing everything. And in this one, they made all the classes at least semi-useful. Uh, the least useful, in my opinion, is probably the uh, Gunzerker, but at the same time, it still adds on that bonus damage because it just pops up another gun and you just start mowing down people. And the Assassin, which is kind of like the new Hunter, but they mixed in melee with it. Hold on a second. Okay, this is unprofessional, but let me mute the sound here. Okay, sorry. I have a Skype call over there, and my buddy just got back, I guess, started making noise. But anyways, the Assassin, you go invisible and you put up a target of yourself, and you can go behind people and do massive damage with a melee strike, or you can use it to get over to one of your downed teammates. And then the Siren has this thing where you just grip people up in the air with kind of like a force pull thing, and it puts them in this little black hole thing. You can make it do more damage. You can make your guns do more damage while you're doing that, or you can eventually cast it on your buddy who is down and revive him with it. It's a long range thing, so that's really helpful. And the soldier is a lot like the original. For passive-based gameplay, it's pretty damn good. So yeah, that's all good stuff. There's a few more minor details, but those are the main pros in my personal opinion. Cons. I'm going to start off with shitty bosses. The bosses, they did not improve upon. They're kind of grindy and easy. Although some of the characters do have some, or the enemies have some pretty nice names. Oh, and back, on the pro thing, they still kept all the comedy. They even added a little bit more. It's nice on that nice, dry, sarcastic comedy. But back to cons. I've just never been I was never a fan of the bosses in Borderlands 1. I'm still not in Borderlands 2. Just, I don't know. I just don't really like it. Oh, and another pro. I'm sorry, I'm kind of flip-flopping on this here. The challenge system in Borderlands 1 is completely different. You unlock challenge and they give you badass tokens, and you beat challenges, I guess, and they give you badass tokens. And once you get a certain amount of badass tokens, or ranking, I should say, you get a badass token. And so they give you badass ranking. And then once, say, like, you get, like, 500 badass ranking, you'll have, like, saved up, like, 25 badass tokens, and you can spend those tokens to upgrade your stats permanently across all characters, and the badass ranking shares across all characters as well, so that's really cool. I like that. But back to cons. I don't like the economy in the game. I don't know, I feel like in Borderlands 1, by the end of your second playthrough, if you didn't have max money, you were either dying too much or not selling enough, which was 999,999, I think. Maybe another 9 in there. Yeah, I think there was another 9 in there. Yeah. So, but in this one, a lot of money's like 150K. So, at least on your first playthrough. I don't know about second. And the amount of rares that you find seem lowered from the last one. There aren't as many chests, and you never find really any good guns in the stores. I mean, you didn't find too many in Borderlands 1, but shit, I think I don't even know if I've ever found a blue in a store. I probably have, but I don't recall it. and I would check them every single time I'd see one. So that kind of sucks. Another thing here that's kind of a pro and kind of a con is they added in gambling slot machines, and they're fun, and sometimes you can get good loot for it, but it's pretty much just a money pit. And yeah, so that's just that. Let's see, what else? I think that's just about it for the cons. I mean, for me at least. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as cons go. But the whole weapon thing really frustrates me. So, um, all in all, I'm gonna give the game a solid 8.5 to 9. Um, there are a few things that I don't like about the game, and I didn't find it quite as addicting as or as addictive, whatever you want to say, as the original. So, you know, it's a really good game. It's definitely worth the buy. 8.5 to 9 in my standards is pretty fucking good. There might be 15 games I've ever played that get a 10, if that, and I've played hundreds of games. So, yeah, that's about the gist of it for me. I wouldn't. I'd say there might be 3 that get a 10. So, um, yeah, it's a good game. It's definitely worth the buy. Not quite game of the year for me. I might have to give that one to Mass Effect 3. But it's definitely up there. It's definitely probably top 3 so far. So far. Um, yeah, it's definitely top 3. Probably number 2 so far. So that's it from me, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Probably gonna pump out a couple WoW videos over the weekend. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the flip side.